Grav. Action survival. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the beautiful... Are these beautiful words? Let's just read the anyway. Max, stop saying Sorry. Grav is a sandbox experience where you explore a multitude of planets, hunt strange, alien, badly drawn creatures, build and defend badly... do it properly, or just... Sorry, I'll start again. Grav is a sandbox experience where you explore a multitude of planets, hunt strange alien creatures, build and defend outposts, craft useless weapons and armor that looks ridiculous, and attempt to survive against other players in a very boring, hostile environment. Yes guys, it's another survival game and it's another early access game. Way! Ring your bell if you're sick of survival early access! So Grav, I went into it with a... No you didn't. I was going to say I went into it with an open mind, but I didn't. I went into it and I knew exactly what I was going to find when I got there. I knew I'd find a bland world full of retarded fucking AI with trees and fucking rocks and basic crafting and bugs and lag. And I was not disappointed, guys, because that's what I got. You see, Grav is a procedurally generated world, which translates into lazy fucking developers who can't be bothered to make a proper world, so they just make a fucking few bits of code that mean that they'll spawn any old fucking wank as you walk around. And that's exactly what happens, because in Grav it's a bit like an MMO where you have sections of the world that are different levels to others. For example, you may be in a zone which isn't marked at all on the map, because there isn't a fucking map, where everything's level 1. But then you just run east, for example, a few hundred yards, and you'll run straight into something that might be level 9, because it's procedurally generated, you see? So it's fucked up before you start, because the mobs that you're finding can be just you level 1, can be 9 levels above you, just a few hundred yards from where you are. And you may even spawn in a zone where they're level fucking 6 or something. And because it's procedurally generated, there's no proper logical way of progressing around the map. It's just pot fucking luck that you land in a level 1 zone. At least I was lucky. I landed in a level 1 zone on one server and a level 6 zone, I think it was, on another server that I was on. Planet Explorers has had sex with Rust. And then DayZ popped along and says, hey, would you like a threesome? And then a foursome happened because 7 Days to Die popped up as well. The problem is, something bad went wrong during the birth. And this is what came out at the other end. Grav. Everybody's raving about this game. Everybody, it's got mostly positive reviews. Some of the reviews are nauseating when you read them. It's like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Let's talk about the actual game. Well, you have to craft things to survive. There's day and night. You know the deal, guys. You know how it works. You chop down 1,000 trees, mine 1,000 rocks, get basic tools, build a basic base, and get attacked off shitty AI monsters, and then meet other players who are dickheads and murder you. That's the basic concept of a survival game. And Grav does not disappoint in them areas. But where Grav differs from the likes, say, Rust, is you level up. Yeah, you actually level up, and when you level up you unlock new things to build, and you also unlock dungeons that you can go and do. Yes, this has dungeons, a bit of the old MMO dungeon-esque going down homes. You can jump into a dungeon and it might be a level 5 to 7 dungeon, so you go in there at level 5. Obviously you can team up, go in there with your friends and get better loot. You can even set up a base in the dungeon if you want and camp it. So there's that, which is a nice touch. Even though it is early access, and I know it is, I mean, I'm not daft. I know early access means that the game is in its bare bones. I mean, they've only been developing it for 5 months. But I don't see anything that's going to make me want to come back in 5 fucking years, because it's just more of the same. And I don't like that it's only third person. It's just, I mean, the character models look hideous anyway. And when you make tree armor, you look absolutely fucking insane. I couldn't take the game seriously. I mean, you build a base. To build a base, you harvest the 2 main basic materials, which is wood and fossil. and you can then make a base, and the bases are built on blocks, not like Minecraft blocks, but like rooms. You build an entire room and just plonk it down, then you'll build another room and stick it next to that room. So it's like basic building blocks of rooms, and the rooms is you don't build a wall and a floor and a ceiling. The rooms is all done, which I didn't like. I want to be able to build what the fuck I want, like in Rust. I want to be able to just, I want a wall there. If I want that wall 100 foot fucking long, I want to be able to do it. But you can't do that in this. Not yet, anyway. Aside from that, you build your rooms. You can build various machines, like an armory station, which allows you to build weapons and armor. You can build a little factory station, which these are just little machines, really, that will turn ore into bars. You see, they're just like smelting places and things like that. They've just got a posher name in this. And you got your campfire, and cooking doesn't happen. You don't cook, you just automatically get the food from killing stuff. And you can also make what's called a farm, where you throw wood in and it composts and gives you food back. It's a very, very basic crafting system. Although there's quite a bit of stuff you can craft, it's crafting for kids, essentially. There's no thought based on it. Certainly not as in depth as the likes of Rust's crafting, or 7 Days to Die. It's nowhere near 7 Days to Die level. The NPCs are annoying. You've got these friendly ones that just keep coming up to you and go, hello, hello, and they just, by the end of it I was just smashing the fucking brains in with a club, because they're just so annoying. They come and try to sell you pets, and they home in on you. It's really annoying. The actual hostile NPCs are giant wasps and these other strange things. Everything sounds like a fucking dog. There's just woof 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 barking everywhere you go. It's the shit as well. The look shit, the sound shit, and you have to kill 1 billion of them because it's a big fucking level grind. You've got to level up. You've got to run around murdering these awful. I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. I must have killed last night 50 of them, and I'm only level 2 or 3. Level 3 I think I am. The grind is horrific. And you know, if you look in the top right corner of a lot of the footage that you're seeing, you'll see that it says Night Killers 2 days or Night Killers 4 days. That's an event that happens, it's a random event, and in this case I asked one of the guys on the server, says, what's Night Killers 2 days? He says, in 2 days time the Night Killers will come, be prepared. And I was like, shit, get prepared. And I was running around like a fucking lunatic, gathering materials and building. I built myself the full armor, a club, and I managed to make a gun by running around the whole map. Well, not the whole map, the map's huge, it just keeps generating. But I ran miles away from my base and found a load of ore and gems that I harvested and brought them back to my base. And getting back to your base is difficult because there is no map. There was, it said locator not built or something, so I think there's some kind of locator you can get. I know there's teleporters and stuff that you can, that's going to come into the game, but at the minute all you've got is a crude arrow system there. You can build a little arrow and stick it on the floor, which is so small you can't actually see the arrow, so it was pointless. So I just had to kind of look at the rocks and remember the rock formations to get back to my base. And anyway, I did all that and I got back to my base, and then night fell. The night of the Night Stalkers fell, and what a fucking letdown that was. About 8 mobs just appeared around my base, just walking around doing fuck all. I opened fire on one of them straight away and he just ignored me. I was just laying into him with my gun and he was just like, that's fine, you go ahead and do that, sunshine, I don't care. And that was it. So I just ran over and belted him in the face with a club and killed him. It's awful. It's just, I mean, it's early access, I know it is, I know it's fucking early access, but you know, they're charging $14.99 for this, and I'm giving you my review on, as it stands now in this alpha version, is it worth a buy? That's what I'm doing. So, you know, it's only fair. It's only fair. You've got to know what to expect if you buy this game as it stands. There's a lot of stuff planned for it. There's vehicles, there's off-world. I mean, for example, one of the big things that they're talking about is that you can go to other planets and do all this again on another fucking planet. My oath. Is that a punishment? Because I'm not finding this game enjoyable at all. It's too grindy. It's weird. See, in the likes of where this is fucked up, in my opinion. When you come into the world in 7 Days to Die or in Rust, you feel the need to survive. You feel that rush. Get wood. I don't mean get wood. Harvest some wood. That's a better way. Harvest rock. Get a basic base up immediately. You need food. You are dying. You need food. Get it. Get it. Urgent. Urgent. Food. Food. In both 7 Days and Rust, that's what happens initially on joining the game. You need to get that food. You need to get that weapon. But in this, I didn't have any of that urgency. I was just running around fucking about. And that's a problem. And you don't need to level up in 7 Days to Die or Rust either. You can just carry on and just get your resources and expand your empire that way by building better armor and weapons and bases. But in this, you are forced to go and kill these little bees running around, and oh my oath, it's mind-numbing. And then you get damage, and so you know what you do? You know what you do? You know what you fucking do when you get damaged? You go back to your little campfire and you fucking dance. You dance around the campfire and your health, it goes up. The magic dance. The magic dance. Guys, to this awful techno fucking shite music, the magic dance just fills your health bar back up. And hey, if you've got friends and they dance with you, it goes up faster. And so you all dance around the fucking fire. Yeah, man, look at these moves. Fuck off. Really, really. And guess what? A patch just dropped today with a new fucking dance. Just what I want in a fucking survival game. A fucking dance move. Oh, brilliant. Honestly, really. And then everybody's buying it. The service was fucking full. Everybody's, wee, Grav. Well, I'm sorry. And if the developers are watching this, I'm sorry. But I don't like your game. I find it boring. It brings nothing new to the table. I don't like it at all, to be honest with you. I won't be playing it again for at least 6 to 9 months. I'm going to let a whole load of content drop in it, but it's work. It doesn't feel like fun. You jump in a game, grind, dance. Grind, dance. Grind, dance. No. Oop, Mac, you broke your bell. And on that fucking bombshell, I'm going to have to say Grav, in its current state of early access alpha with only 5 months development, is not worth